want to thank Niall, Louis,
I definitely speak to them all every couple of weeks.
Funny about those things, I'll occasionally send stuff like that to Niall.
I was one of the people that fought really hard for us to write, because you know, boy bands of the past didn't really write on their stuff. I think for the first year we'd all go in together as a five, which is like pretty chaotic. You've got 5 different ideas in the band, and then probably like 2 songwriters, maybe a producer, and then we ended up kind of having our own little partnerships. I think Harry and Niall used to work a little bit more on their own, occasionally together. But me and Liam would always write together. So yeah, really, really special memories.
I'm delighted for him. It's a great song. Obviously a completely like change of sound, but yeah, it's a banger, isn't it? And
yeah,
it's going to be great live.
It's massive.
When you said that, you know, I thought of some, and not just Liam, but people who struggle to get out of extraordinary situations.
Yeah. I mean, full transparency, it's like something that even the idea of talking about it, feel like I struggle with that a little bit even. I think, like, it's so difficult to lose a friend. It's difficult to lose any friend, but it's so difficult to lose a friend who is like, so like you in so many ways. It's like I saw someone with like the kindest heart who just wanted to be great.
Do you think sometimes it's quite easy to get lost in a band?
Do you know what? It's just so much easier, every part of the job. You can easily just blend into the background. If you want to be at the forefront, you can choose to do that as well. I would often take the lead in a lot of interviews back in the day, but that was by choice, you know, it was by choice. And if I wasn't feeling up for it on a day, I knew that, you know, Liam would pick up the slack or whatever. Yeah. So definitely very, very different like that.
We had Niall on the show recently.
Nice.
In your list of people you speak to, or, you know, contacts list, are there any other musicians who are supporting you or that you are supporting?
Funny about those things, I'll occasionally send stuff like that to Niall, but it's not pride. It's more like, I just don't want to bother people with that stuff.
With the new song?
Yeah,
Hello,
yeah.
Niall.
I think that's why it took me a while to get my head around promo, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
You saw Harry doing a little Irish dance on SNL.
Oh.
Have you seen it?
No.
I was going to say, how would you rate it? Well, how would you rate it?
He's a good jigger.
Yeah, I think he's got moves. I think he's got rhythm.
No, he does.
But I feel like you could give him maybe a few tips.
Really? No, I can't.
Yeah, as an Irishman, I feel like
I can't Irish dance though, I'll tell you that.
Can you not?
People try and get me to do it a lot, but I just kind of throw my legs around the place, and just because I'm Irish, people think I can do it.
How do you decide which 1D songs, if any, are going to make it into the set? Because you could do none.
Yeah, I could do none, yeah. But I feel like I'd be doing the band a bit of a disservice. Because there's great songs, so you know, you want to play great songs, and I was in that band, so it's helpful. Yeah, I don't really know. I'll just play my favourites, I suppose, and I try and stay away from if the lads are doing it. Like,
okay,
you know, like if Harry's touring and he's playing What Makes You Beautiful every night, like, it'd be a bit stupid for me to do the same song at the same time. Or Louis did Drag Me Down on his first tour, so I kept away from that, and then I did it the next time.
When did you become aware of the fact that Louis, Harry, Zayn, all of you have albums and are touring this year?
As it happened, to be honest. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
As everyone had seen it. It's pretty cool though, isn't it? That all of us are kind of doing it all at the same time. I think it's pretty sweet. Because everyone's releasing good music and just getting out there. And to be fair, all we've ever known is touring. So it's like, it's not a shock to me that we're all out, you know, like that's kind of what we do. But yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting for everyone. Obviously, like some of the size of the shows that Harry's playing and Louis playing, like it's nuts.
Sorry for your loss.
Thanks.
I know you must have been shocked, but were you surprised?
Shock was definitely the first thing. I was playing a gig in Buenos Aires about 2 weeks previous, and he was in Buenos Aires for some reason, and we met up. We had a chat. He came around to my hotel room in the daytime, and we had a coffee, and then he came to the gig, and I came to the gig that night. Then he was in the dressing room before, and then he came to the show. Jeez, it was great to see Liam. Tour ends, then I finished in Colombia. Then about a week later, went home. I was only home after a big long stint on the road. End of the tour, and then I was just at home one night. Don't know what day of the week it was. Can't remember. And just looked down at my phone. I'd gotten a text. I was just about to go to sleep, and and the phone lights up, and you have a look, one last look. And I was just pure shock. And I knew he'd had a couple of issues, but because I wasn't around him like I was previous years all the time. I didn't realise to what extent or anything like that. I knew there was some stuff going on, but I wasn't aware of the depth. And then you go through why the stages of grief that I probably really haven't touched the sides on yet. I grew up with this fella, and all of a sudden it's no more. It's such a strange thing. You go through what could I have done if I'd known more? Should I have dug more into it? Could I have talked to other people to get an angle on it? You go through all sorts of stuff, and because I'd seen him the couple of weeks previous, and I was a bit kind of like, Jesus,
And I imagine you have great memories of
stop.
when you were having the crack and everyone was safe.
Yeah. Don't think I've gotten my head around it at all, really. As I said, I shared a room with him at one of those stages at the X Factor. I've known him since I was 16 years old.
I just want to say I've got a mate in the house today, somewhere around there. So shout out to Ian. Appreciate you coming today. That means a lot. Thank you very much.
I've noticed with concerts these days, they become more of an event. I remember a tour just used to feel like show. Now they each city has its own event.
Why?
I don't know. I think the way pop culture's gone with the Taylor stuff and Olivia and Harry and stuff, it feels like every city now is it's a big deal when you come to town.
When were you getting encouragement to be a voice of the songwriting?
Well, I think at the start we were kind of happy to be doing it. It was just so exciting to be in the studio recording songs, and then once it kind of kicked off, then we realized, oh no, we want to do this too. We want to be involved in let's set up sessions, and Harry and I would work together a bit, and Louis and Liam would do a little bit, and it was kind of I'd go off and write with someone else, and Harry would do a bit, and they were kind of we were just slowly learning what we wanted to write about, what we were going to sound like, and it just a kind of slow evolution of us getting involved more and more as the years went on.
Was it a surprise when people would release their albums, or did you guys share demos before they came out?
No, the first couple were a shock. I remember speaking to Louis about it. I'd heard a couple of his things that he was doing, and I knew Harry was, just hearing it. We don't really talk about music too much, because we more talk about the memories and that kind of stuff. It's less about when are you releasing. We don't really have a music industry style relationship.
Sure.
Where it's just talking about with the next release or the next date or the next show or the blah blah. So no, not really. Didn't really know.
During the last tour, it was shortly after one of your shows that Liam passed away.
Yeah.
How has that affected touring or affected you? Is even just how I can't imagine it's it's losing a brother.
Yeah, obviously, extremely shocking, tough. Someone that you know so well can be, and that is only a couple of weeks older than you, is just
no longer with us is just a surreal thing to even think about. But it fires me up because I know that Liam loved being on stage and stuff like that. That would make me excited to get on tour and do it for the fans, because I know that he loved it as much as I did. Yeah.
Did you write it all about it for this next album?
Yeah, I kind of danced around it for a while, and me and John had this song called "End of an Era" that was. We'd wrote, myself, John and Julian started the album by being in Julian's place in Nashville and literally set up the band scenario and just started singing, and I was just singing all of these melodies, and had this idea for like kind of a song that was like leaving your past behind, but kind of with nostalgia while being excited for the future and not overthinking either. And then I just, like, the more we spoke about it and the more we kept getting it wrong, me and Julian actually said it. He was like, this song is about Liam. We just don't know it yet. And we're kind of dancing around it subconsciously. But this song is about Liam. And then this song was written in 5 minutes. And so that's what sometimes you have to do when you're writing a song, is just get to the point. And once you've gotten to the point, you can write the point. And yeah, now the song is a completely different thing, and it's a song of loss and fear of loss and the end of an era. And it kind of has it's sad. One verse is sad and one verse is nostalgic. And they are two of the feelings I have when I think of Liam, is sadness that he's not with us anymore, but also looking back at, and I just got goosebumps just right there, looking back at the good times of growing up together and doing all the things that we've spoke about for the last hour, of making records together and growing up together in a mad industry and being all over the world and traveling, and all the small moments that we had in hotel rooms, and and being on stage and looking at each other on stage, and like all of those things come flooding back in this song along with the sadness. But it's touching on both feelings. But it literally took Julian to go, are we blind? What are we doing? Feels like we're trying to write something and Julian's very good at this. Yeah. Like, what is wrong with everyone? Are we not seeing what's right in front of us? And once he said that, honestly, he was working on the drums inside, and me and John went outside and we wrote the song in 5 minutes. And it just makes so much sense now.
Do you guys have a text chain that's active?
Not completely active like some of the WhatsApp groups I'm in, but but yeah, no, there is definitely, like, we're good at like checking in on each other and see how everyone's doing, because we all, like, that's the only thing about what we do, is anyone could be anywhere at any time. Like, you get to LA and you'll be like, oh, I've just arrived, and it's like, well, I left last night. Like there's a lot of ships in the night stuff. So, but yeah, I definitely speak to them all, every couple of weeks.
I'm thinking about some of the other conversations I've had with artists around your age, or my age. We're the same age, by the way. Like the idea of like, you've grinded, you've done the hustling part, but now you've almost like earned the right to slow down and take your time. Like,
yeah, I think we're all kind of aware of having that balance. I think you'll see it with Dermot, and Dermot speaks about it too, and same with like Noah and like Harry, and you need that time.
I wouldn't be on this stage if it wasn't for 4 friends of mine that were a massive part of this journey. I want to thank Niall, Louis, Zane. These nights and everything that I learned in this time, the friendship, everything, none of this would be possible. I wouldn't be here without you. Thank you so much, all of you.